Attorney General Merrick Garland showed signs of anger after dodging some legitimate questions over the millions of dollars his family made pushing critical race theory onto students through their company, Panorama Education. Check it out.
The question is, the thing that has concerned many of those parents that are showing up at these school board meetings, the very basis of their objection and their vigorous debate, as you mentioned earlier, is the curricula, the very curricula that your son-in-law is selling.
This memorandum is aimed at violence and threats of violence.
Understand that, but did you seek ethics counsel before you issued a letter that directly relates to the financial interest of your family? Yes or no?
This memorandum does not relate to the financial interests of anyone. It's against.
I take that as a no.
Shortly after, United States Representative Jerry Nadler, of course, came to the rescue, calling the very legitimate question innuendo and demonstrating zero interest in Attorney General Garland's ethical quandary because, of course, it's a Democrat, ethics. They think it's hilarious. Ned Ryun, CEO of American Majority and Senior Fellow at American Greatness, is here with me to discuss. Ned, let's start with this. Merrick Garland, remember when this guy was just such a good straight shooter down the middle, put him on the Supreme Court under the Obama administration. What's wrong with the Republicans? Oh, turns out that wasn't really the case, was it?
No, and I'm not the biggest fan of Mitch McConnell's, but I have to thank him for making sure that this, quite frankly, Buck, I was reminded again, I think we're ruled by an idiocracy, and Merrick Garland today only reinforced that sentiment. First of all, he didn't even ask for an ethics judgment on this whole situation with his son-in-law. And on top of that, he said, well, this is all about violence at school board meetings. When in fact, when he was asked by Chip Roy, do you know about what's taking place in Loudoun County and the father and the sexual assault? He says, I don't know about that, but that's the basis for the entire letter that informed his memorandum, basically targeting school board meetings with the FBI. Now he's claiming I didn't know anything about this.
Well, you mentioned Chip Roy, Ned. We have that, so let's play it for everybody. Check it out.
Are you aware further that the boy was arrested and charged for the first assault in July, but released from juvenile detention?
This sounds like a state case, and I'm not familiar with it. I'm sorry.
Do you agree with Loudoun parents who said it is not okay to allow a child that has been charged with a rape to go back into a school in that public school system?
Again, I don't know any of the facts of this case, but the way you put it, it certainly sounds like I would agree with you. But I don't know the facts of the case.
Is the FBI or the Department of Justice investigating the Loudoun School Board for violating civil rights or under authority of, say, the Violence Against Women Act?
I don't believe so, but I don't know the answer to that.
I'd ask why not, because on June 22nd at a school board meeting in Loudoun County, Virginia, the superintendent, Scott Ziegler, declared in front of the father of the girl who had been raped that the predator, transgender student, or person simply does not exist.
What do you make of all the, I don't know the facts of that from the Attorney General?
Boy, he came off as a regular Sergeant Schultz saying, I know nothing. I would point out Chip Roy, by the way, grew up in Loudoun County. He's very familiar with Loudoun County, Virginia, even though he represents a district out of Texas. I love that whole series of questions, Buck, because it really did put Merrick Garland on the spot of, how can you not know anything about this case, which was used as the basis for your memorandum to target school board members, school board meetings and parents, and now you're claiming you don't know anything about it? It truly was one of those situations where you were reminded yet again, thank God we didn't have this guy on SCOTUS, but at the same time, this is the Attorney General of the United States who clearly is either lying to us, and I have to think, Buck, he can't be a complete idiot, right? So he's got to be lying to us about a lot of these things and trying to basically dodge these questions, whether it's on the school board or whether it was January 6th. But he is a hardcore partisan. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be AG in this administration.